Hey there. I realize in my excitement that I probably didn't do a good enough job of talking about, um, you know, the Loom and how to do all this and set this all up. So let me kind of take a second crack at this. So first of all, I have here essentially two layouts. They look very similar, but we're going to do a couple different things to the second one that will really help it differentiate. And so let me kind of talk about what it was that I was trying to do. Um, I had I've had clients ask for like this alternating kind of CMS section where it's like an image on the left for the first item and then an image on the right for the second item and repeat it. And the only way that I knew how to do that was to essentially make it like a featured piece where I'm essentially selecting featured items and putting multiple collection lists, like 4 or 5, however many rows they want, and then like alternating them, like the style. And I mean, it was like a mess to do that, but I was like, whatever. And then once I was told about this, I was like, what was I thinking? Like, this is crazy. And I'd never seen this feature before. So here's what we're going to do. So first of all, you're just going to throw in your collection list like you are used to. You're going to stylize it however you want to. I happen to have, where do I have it? I put like a padding small in here just to kind of give it a little bit of space. And you could do whatever you want. So what you're going to do, a little bit different than, like, let me go back to here. In this section, in layout number 1, this is how I normally would do it, is I'd put a grid in here. So it's just, you know, right and left grid. That's how I would do it. In this way, that's not going to really work. At least I don't think it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to end up just putting 2 div blocks, and I just call them grid items. And then inside of that, you just do whatever you want. Put image, and then put your content in the second one. But in your collection list, you're going to put flex, and then the actual item itself, I put expand if possible or grow if possible. So that way it just like fills the whole space. All right, so in the collection list, you're going to go flex and horizontal, so you get a very similar look and feel. Okay. So this is where we're going to start to make some changes. And this is the feature that I had no idea existed until like yesterday. And I'm still trying to figure it all out. So I'm sure there's like a bunch of other capabilities this thing can do that I'm not even aware of. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the collection item, and you're going to go to this drop down, and you're going to see these 4 options here under structure: first item, last item, odd items, and even items. Now, view this kind of like hover states. Like if we were to go to here and add a hover state, that's essentially what you're doing. When you click hover state, it doesn't do anything, but you stylize it in that hover state. And then, when you hover over it, that's what it does, right? So view that same, like consider what you're doing very similar to that. So you're going to select whatever you want and then stylize it however you want. So we're going to go to odd items, and we're going to go to reverse. Boom. You hit reverse, and all of a sudden you have this cool, like, alternating sections, just like what I tried to describe before. But it's one collection list, and that means it's always going to be dynamic. It's always going to be, you don't have to like wonder like which one you want to, like, yeah, I don't know. Like maybe I just like figured out a jerry-rigged way to do it, but this is how I'm going to do it moving forward. Now, the other cool thing about this is you can actually stack some of these settings. So let's go back down. We go, hey, I want this alternating section, but let's get rid of this. So you can see there's a little blue. That means that there's an effect on odd items. But let's say first item, we want to do something different. If I hit vertical, I can also go like, let's say for rem, if I want a little bit of uh, margin between this one and the bottom one, that would be fine as well. And so then when I go down, I have kind of a highlighted blog post followed by alternating sections, but it's again one collection list. So this is going to change if we go back into my collection list wrapper settings. I have random shuffle. So, this will just change, like, I don't know how often, every day or every time you hit refresh. I don't think it's every time you hit refresh, but you guys will get what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, so it is every time you hit refresh. So every time you hit refresh, it's brand new, which is kind of cool. So um, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I think it's a super cool feature. Um, I'd love to explore more of it and figure out, like, what else it can do, and maybe there's things that you guys have known about. So I'd wonder like what you could do with like last item. So like like last item could be cool. So like you can go do the same thing. So last item could get also that, and then maybe for from the top. So you kind of change it up a little bit, right? So you've got this alternating thing going, and then just fun stuff, right? Um, yeah, and if you don't like something, you just see the blue right here, and you just hit reset on those, and they'll go back to the default way it wants to go. But that is how to use whatever you want to call this, structuring your CMS um, collection item. And again, shout out to Grayson for putting me onto this. I'm blown away. This is just one of those things that I don't ever hear anyone talking about. When I YouTube it, it doesn't show up anywhere. I didn't Google it. Which I probably should have Googled it, but no one, no, this is like, I feel like this is like no one really knows about this. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys have any cool layouts that you've done with this, I'd love to see them, because I'm always wanting cool ideas for how to lay out my blog posts and dynamic content. So appreciate it. Have a good Webflow week, and hopefully I'll find some more videos to do and talk about them. All right, take care. Bye.